Today is show you guys what the class saw today, knowing that not everyone was there, and giving this kind of a good place for you guys to refer back to if you get stuck and don't get a chance to ask me how to do it. So this is setting up for your storage tower leg designs and annotations. So remember, on our Google Classroom there are the 5 steps: sketching 5 ideas, drawing the dimensions on it, and then you scan it in. At that point you pop it into the Word document, which is what I'm going to do now. And then after you've done all the annotations through all 5, you're going to clearly explain the inspiration behind each of the sketches, where you kind of got your inspiration. Remember, my sample is on Google Classroom, which will give you some idea. I don't want it copied, but it's kind of a base for you guys to go off. Then the final step, number 6, is to select your final design and justify in detail why you've chosen it. You've got to think how you're going to attach it and those kind of things as well. Okay, you can't just go, I'm going to do this, and it's not going to ever work. What I'm going to start off with is, obviously you will need to add a title saying which leg design it is. So you can always bold and underline to make them look a bit, stand out a bit more. And then what you'll need to do is you'll need to find your image on the computer and either drag and drop it in, or you can go up to insert up the top and you can insert under photos and a picture from a file. They usually save as a JPEG or a PNG, so they just save as like a photo. Okay, so there's my leg designs. I'm going to put that in. Now, if you look at this, it's not moving very well. It's not even moving on my page. So this is where formatting of your picture is important. So when you get the text box in, it's not going to move the picture around all over the page, and you're not going to have issues with it. So if you click on that picture, you'll see this format picture come up in purple, and these are things you can do with it. You can crop the image and make it smaller, you can recolor it, and things like that. All we really need to worry about if your picture is scanned up nicely is something called wrap text. So you click on that and you come down to through, sorry it's gone off the screen a little bit, actually you go to behind text, and that picture will just sit anywhere on that page. You could keep typing down the page and it would type over it, okay, without affecting that picture at all. So once you've got your picture in the right spot and you're happy with it and you've formatted it, you're going to start adding text boxes. So they are either over here in insert text box. You can actually find picture files there too. But you've got to be on this little home tab, or you can go insert up here and down to text box. I find the best way is I set it up, change my font to the one that I want, and then all I do for the next one is I just Command copy and Command V, and you paste another one of those in when it copies properly. So copy and paste. So you're getting the same font, you're not having to change it all the time. So from there you need to put it in a place that you're going to need some annotations. So on here, the top of this leg is a 20mm radius that has been on the disc sander, and that's how you're going to achieve it. So putting some fact of how you're actually going to make it is always beneficial. Now you can make them boxes smaller, you can drag them around. These text boxes are behaving, but if your text box is pushing other text boxes, you just need to come up to format, wrap text, and you can go in front of text. And then you can move it. It'll be in front of that picture no matter where you put it, and they kind of sit over the top. So you do that for anything that you need to annotate or write about, to explain to me basically what your drawing is all about. On this one, you're right, external of the leg is being cut on the bandsaw and planed down. You can put fine details, like for down here, you apply a 3mm edge softened, so you're using a little trimmer bit to round all the edges so they're not sharp. So there's lots of little bits. Have a look at the sample on our Google Classroom and that will help you heaps. From there, obviously you've got your text boxes, but you need to add in an arrow. So an arrow is a similar thing. I think over here you can go insert and basic shapes. It disappears off the screen, so I'll do it the other way. Insert and shape, and then it will bring you up this little box here. This has a few different shapes in it. You click on the arrow and then you pop it in there, and it's as simple as that. What you might want to do is you might want to format that, so whatever object you click on it and then you go up to format, and I go, no, I don't want this to have a shadow, which they tend to put on for some reason, and I want it to be black to match in with my theme. The easiest way, like we did with the text boxes, to make another arrow, you command copy it or double click copy, and then command paste or command V. And then for your next text box, you can drag it out. You can change the length, you can change the size. If it is doing funny things to your text box, then you go to format and you can do the same. You can go in front of text for that arrow and things will behave a little bit better. Anyway, I hope that's helped. Remember to look at the example on our Google Classroom, but that runs through the basics of how to set up a Word document, put in your picture and start annotating it. See you later.